The House of Representatives has resolved to engage services of forensic experts to audit the payments receipts and all activities of the IT service provider to the Nigerian Customs Service, Web Fontaine. Chairman House Committee on Customs and Excise, Honorable Leke Abejide, reached the resolution during an investigative hearing on Thursday. He explained the decision is to ascertain the amount of revenue lost to governments and other stakeholders. Honorable Abejide noted that the government and citizenry already suffered various degrees of losses as a result of downtime. Of fault, the consultants pointing out that government agencies are bound to refund payments made for services not offered. The investigative hearing was a follow-up.
Going to engage an expert in forensic auditing to look at the activities of Web Fontaine Limited from inception to date, vis-a-vis the payment received to date, whether it's justifiable. And again, we are going to look at all the downtime that has happened from inception to date. Where you're supposed to pay compensations is going to be in our reports, so that whoever is taking over from you will know that Nigerians cannot be taken for granted. Because the service that you don't provide, you are being paid for it, you're supposed to reject the money and then take it back to government. And especially the stakeholders who are at the receiving end.
We have provided training. But as I have also stated in several meetings that we've had with the Transition Committee and the Transition Steering Committee over the last couple of years, it's one thing for us to say we have trained in this. It's another for the trainee to say, fine, I'm ready to take it on. We're very happy, actually, at least for most of the functions, to say, customs, please. You know, we've trained, as I said, in some of the functions, we've trained people. There are some very capable officers who have worked with us for years. In some instances, we also even have our own staff, Web Fontaine staff, who moved to customs. They were doing the job while they were with Web Fontaine. They should be able to do the job while they're with customs as well. Some of our telecoms engineers and so forth. They will be able to do it. But the nature of customs is twofold. From our experience, again, not encroaching on the customs, the expertise of the customs officers present. First of all, officers tend to get moved around quite frequently. That's one of the things. So we may train, and then the officers get moved to somewhere else, and we no longer have access to them. Secondly, the nature of IT, it's extremely specialized in some things. Even if many of the things are handed over, there are some core IT functions which there is nothing wrong in any customs administration anywhere in the world, to our knowledge. There's nothing wrong with some core IT, hardcore IT functions that are there. Even some of our own staff in Web Fontaine, in the past 1 year, some of our technical staff have left. They found greener pastures abroad because of the nature of their expertise.
On the decision of the House to ensure compliance with service level agreements with the IT service provider Web Fontaine, the Federal Ministry of Finance, and the Nigerian Customs Service.